What's going on, G?
Really do it for you. Baby, you forget the floor is yours. Yeah, baby, I mean the floor is yours. If it come down to the floor is yours. Let me show you how I prove the floor is yours. 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 The floor, yeah, the floor is yours. Now it's my turn to tell you.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Thank y'all for joining us again. Back on E&M number 5. That's Educate and Motivate. Podcast number 5. We got our same VIP guest joining us from last week because we had some topics that we didn't hit on that we gotta discuss. That it's a must that you hear this stuff. So, um, bring it to you again, Miss Debbie J, realtor,
What's up,
investor,
people?
all the above. She really don't even need no introduction. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know her, you know what she do. But we got our credit goddess, Miss Ashley on. We got our boy Flex, producer, the community activist. I mean, there you go, Flex
Yeah.
on the Flex. But yeah, we come to y'all with another E&M, y'all, and we're gonna get right into it and kind of pick up where we left off last week, where we was discussing. We ended kind of with the investment side, what people were kind of doing for investments, and I'm gonna let you go into that, Debbie, on like far as the investments on what you got going, what you've seen on the investment side, because that's a different lane that people really don't understand, and what I've seen in the investment realm nowadays is that people are just buying up stuff and they're not running numbers or nothing like that. They're just buying property to hold on to it to make that money 3 or 5 years later down the line. But I'm gonna let you hit on a little of that. I'm gonna let you touch on some of that and just kind of some people about the investment side as a realtor.
Well, hey everyone, it's Debbie J again. No, the investments. Okay, so investors are buying up everything right now, and if you haven't got into any kind of investments or you don't know what to do with your money, real estate is the best way to do it right now. I can't knock them for doing it because they're going to get their money back and they're raising rent up. You can get this house and they can literally be paying your rent for you. And you're still going to be pocketing money because rent has gone up, just because lumber has gone up, just because the price of the houses have gone up. Everything is up, up, up. So with that being said, it's the best time actually to acquire a home. I'm getting into the real estate, the investment side of things as a realtor. I did my first flip last year during COVID. I had the time. so I flipped my first house. I bought it from a tax sale. A lot of people don't know about tax sales. That's like one of the best ways to try to get into it, but you're going to have to do your homework. You're going to have to go to your county's page, print off the list, get account numbers, go search the homes, just like the one I did in East Texas. So the quick way how I did that, I got it was a tax sale house. They do the auction at the first Tuesday of each month, regardless, rain, sleet, or shine. They're doing an auction, and it's based off of that struck off list that they have on the county's website. So with that being said, hey, I found one, got it done. Paid cash for the house, and because they're not as much, if you go look at them, I'm not balling like that yet, but and just remodeled it. I remodeled it out of pocket, and it turned out to be great. My renters are actually great. So right now I'm in the process of trying to acquire 2 more homes by the end of this year. Working on that process. Actually, as we speak, I finally turned in all my documents today that I said I had last week. So all my documents got turned in today. But that's one of the quickest ways to get into real estate. A lot of people like, I don't want to buy a home because I don't want to be stable. I don't want to have to stay here. Okay, get it, stay in it as long as you want to. And then you can Airbnb it out. or you can rent it out. You can make money in real estate. You don't have to stay at that home. If you can be living in an apartment and have a home and be making money off of it. No one's going to knock you for that. What we will knock you for is you're going to go buy these $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 cars and you're in an apartment having made no true investment. We're going to knock you for that one. But no judgment tonight.
Hustling
What's
back.
up?
So
Exactly.
so a lot can change in the market since you bought your investment home. You said that was last year or 2 years ago?
Yes.
Can you talk about the difference? Because and I know you didn't mean it. It sounds easy, but the game has changed a little bit now. You're competing with people with a lot of money. So how would that look for someone like me? If I'm first trying to get into the game, I got $30,000. I show up to the courthouse. You know, who am I competing against? Is it just
other people with cash? So that's the thing. They're going to tell you what the price is on that strike off list. I wish I had a copy of it here, but on the strike off list, it tells you, it doesn't give you an address. You get an account number. You have to go plug that into the county's page to do the search for the house. You get the address and then you go look at it. When I say it is a simple process, it really is. You just got to have the available cash because it's whoever has the highest bid. It'll say that the bidding is starting at $3,500, $7,000, whatever. Hey, $7,000. Okay, the next one. Do I hear $7,500? It's literally just like that. You get everything within like a week of sent to you because you have to pay cash or you have to show that you have that money readily available at the time of auction. They're not going to wait for you to go get approved and stuff like that.
So that's what, and maybe both of y'all can talk about this as realtors. So y'all talked about, you know, just the competition, you know, not with just investments, but especially investment properties. How do you, how can you prepare yourself? Because if investors are out there with money and you got unlimited, I got 20,000. And the investor going 25,000, isn't it likely because they don't have to sell to you said it's just the person with the most money is going to get
Yeah.
And they sell to anybody, man.
Yeah, and those houses, the investors already did their work. They know which ones they want. So it's not like they're getting every single one of them. Some of them have been on there for years. It's because no one wanted. They're so bad they need to be torn down and the lot need to be cleaned off.
So what you're probably gonna have to do, because the investors are gonna want the better properties and they got more money. So if you want an opportunity to buy, you're probably gonna have to go with a property that most investors don't want.
Yeah, that's what I did. If I'm gonna show you a picture of the house that I bought. It was a little shack, like in the woods. It was terrible. And the only reason why I got it, I had a vision, man. I'm like, man, nothing like some fresh paint and cleaning this thing out because I had to truly gut it out. But it's a little bitty house that I bought. Let me see if I can get you this is what it looks like after it's been painted and everything. But it's just a little small house. Paid a few $1,000s for it, but it's mine, and I'm making. Ooh, but I'm making 100% profit off of this house each month.
Really?
Wow.
100% profit, and I started small. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. I started small. I make a $550 profit each month off of that house, and my tenant already been paid for July. She usually pay a week in advance before the rent is up due.
Oh wow.
Cool. Is it a possibility to actually beat the buyers out of the sale out of the auction before it even starts?
Yes. So you need to contact that lawyer. So that's what I'm saying, the homework that you have to do. So these lawyers have these liens on these properties. And what I did, I didn't actually auction for this house. I called the lawyer the day before and I said, I want this house. And she was like, if you bring me the money the day, an hour before the auction starts, it's yours. And that's what I did. So I didn't have to auction for it. Now, with that being said, all those back taxes came to me. If I would have auctioned it like normal, I wouldn't have to pay all these back taxes. because it would have been free and clear mine. Now I did pay a small amount for this house, but I'm still paying back taxes. I'm caught up to 2013 right now. So, but it's not bad. The land in the house was not expensive. So it was only like $300 a year. So I don't have much more to pay on it at all. So I'm just giving them a little bit each month. I'm not worried about them. They're going to get things.
Kenneth's question, you said, how long was the process from the purchase?
It was right then. If you do the auction, it's pretty much right then, because they're going to get everything over to your name, send you the deed and everything, get it recorded. So a month till you have like all your paperwork, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Another thing with these sales, though, people be careful of too, is you kind of got a good deal though there, but they have I think it's a 2-year option period where the owner can actually come back and buy these properties back from you.
Really?
Not at the auction, not these auction deals. Now you're talking about a sheriff sale. A sheriff sale, yes, by all means, they can come back and get it and you have 2 years. But when you get this house auctioned off to you, that is free and clear yours.
It has to be, don't it have to be free and clear at the time of sale though? But because who do they run it through the title to make sure there's no clouds, no liens or anything? Because I've been to one of these before and I know that I've seen it where they had some clouds on them. So the owners, it was some heirs of the property that were able to come back, pay the taxes and buy the property back. Because they seen the value.
To be true on the tax sale. I mean, not the tax sale, a sheriff sale. There's a difference between the two, but at the auction, it's supposed to be free and clear yours. No one can come back and get that because they have done the deed and everything in your name. Everything is yours because you have paid it off. Now the sheriff sale, yes, because I actually had a client trying to sell theirs before those 2 years and he couldn't. No, he could, but the title company wouldn't insure it.
Gotcha.
I like what Junior I like what Kenneth just said about all junior liens fall off due to the auction through a government entity.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're selling through auction company, I think that property got to go through like a regular property, which is different from a sheriff sale. So,
Man, that's very interesting because I pulled that strike off list because it's funny that you brought that up because I had a client that was looking for this list and I sent it to him, so I was able to pull the June. Can you share that, Flex?
yeah.
So this is what this strike off list, y'all. And if y'all need the link, I'll send you the link. I'll put the link. Well, we can't put. Can we put it in the chat over here? Okay, I'll put this link in the chat. This is Smith County though. Just to let everybody know, this is for Smith County. You can go to any county and just look up a struck off list, a tax sale, anything with just that name in it, and just Google it or whatever. Or just go to the county tax site and then just put it in a search bar. But here's where they make you do your homework. If you look at this list,
Account number.
they won't give you the address. They'll just give you what the bid is. They'll tell you, what school district it is, what school district it's in. This number here, this is the account. So when you go to the county, you have to put this account, and it's simple. You just put this account number in there, run a search. It'll come back with the address. Once you get the address, you just got to go out there and look for it. But a lot of people don't do this stuff. I mean, this part is simple, finding the property, but you have to go out there and do it yourself. They're not gonna let you do it. And the ones that's showing pending on here, those are the ones that somebody have already put a bid on.
And is this pretty much the same process in any county? Does it vary?
I think it's pretty much the same county, but they might have a little bit of differences to it. I don't know what county was you? You was in a different county, wasn't you?
I was in Smith County.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, as you can see, this open bid current value $4,000. Y'all see that? So It is affordable with the amount of money that we've been getting from these stimulus checks. If you are still doing good and you're still getting stimulus checks and you're still getting your regular checks, use that stimmy money to use this pandemic as a way to build yourself up, build your brand, build your life, change your life, because you can go buy some property for $4,000.
Yep.
Okay, and you saying when you do it from the sheriff's sale, there's well not from the sheriff, but from the auction, there is no taxes. But a sheriff's sale, you will have to pay taxes.
Well, I had to pay it because I didn't do it the regular way. I had to go through and get my own deed and everything because I didn't do it through the auction. I paid it before the auction. You see what I'm saying? So I just basically like came off the street, went to the lawyers and said, "Hey, I want to buy this property before I go to auction." They like, "Well, give us the full amount. It's yours." I'm gonna be transparent with you. I literally paid $3,500 for this house.
Yeah. How much land?
And that's that. There it is. That's how it looked before. It was just a little hole in the wall. I had to change all the floors. I had to completely gut it, put a new roof, put windows in, and everything like that. So hey, now I'm starting to make my money back.
Yeah.
But if you do the numbers on that deal, 35, right? You say you're making 500
550.
positive cash flow. So
Yes.
5 times
Because I don't
12,
have no mortgage on that house.
right? 5 times 12 is 6,000. You done already made that back in 6 months.
Well, yeah, but then the money I put into to do the renovations
Well,
was out
then
of pocket as well.
you gonna make that back in the next 6 months. So in a year you don't
Yeah.
make the money back. That's my point. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show
So-
people how you can get that recoup that money back in a year.
Yeah. How much land is with yours there?
It's just a little bit under a half an acre, and I have enough room. I already talked to the county. I have to get the not appraiser. What is it? The surveyor back out there to do me another partial, and I'm gonna put a trailer house out there right beside it.
Ask you, can you add properties on there? Because
Yes, I had to go through the city council. City council I have to provide all documentation to the city council, and but I also had to get permission from the city as well, the county. And they said if I do the partial, they gave me all the information I needed to do it. And now that's why I'm going through the process now to get everything done.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, how can Ash come in and help? You can Ash, are there loans out there for people to buy low dollar investment homes like that you can help with?
Just the loan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and what's those kind of loans, T. Will? The where you doing renovations and
203K.
Hard money.
Yeah, hard money, 203K. You could do those loans too as well.
Yeah.
It's several products you can
I don't
use.
I was gonna say
What
I
you
don't
about to say,
personally like hard money loans, but even still, just say a person got a credit card, for instance. Why are you just sitting on that $20,000 on your credit card? You get on $20,000, it's about $7,500 you can get back in advance, in advance cash. Go get it. And like she said, go in with your money. So go ahead. You're going to go to this auction. Have that money in pocket. Have it ready. Go ahead and be ready. Be prepared.
Yeah.
Kenneth just asked a question. He said, I'm curious, why not cash out the house in your own process? I actually am. That's what the loan paperwork I just turned in today. I'm actually going to put a mortgage on that house because the mortgage is still going to be cheaper than my $550 rent. And I'm going to buy it because you can buy a brand new trailer house for $27,000. I found one for $27,000. And
brand new?
Yes. Yeah. It was out on Highway 31 and out there, Highway 31 in Tyler. They have some for 34. They have some tiny homes and everything out there. I was looking at the tiny homes, but I want to do a 2-bedroom so I can at least raise my rent up to like $750 for the 2 bedrooms and continue to make that profit. But yes, I'm gonna put a mortgage on that house and buy another one to sit right beside it. They're gonna pay for each other.
Man, that's awesome.
And that's usually the method how people are doing this. Once you do that, you want to cash out do a cash out refi on it. Go take that money, go do the same thing. So now you got 2 properties, but now you got a mortgage on this one, but you're using that
only one.
That money from that one that you pay. I know that sounds simple, but once you get into it and you get into about 2 or 3 of them, it really is that simple.
It's scary for people though.
Yeah, so I think what's in store probably us, especially since we're open and can come face to face, is maybe put up a workshop one day. I think that'd be good for us
I,
to do. And let
that
people
would.
come in and actually
Yeah.
do that. Kenneth said it's smart, so you aren't paying taxes on the flip part of the process. So,
Yep.
yeah, can you
Yeah,
explain
and I
that?
save on taxes. You save on, I'll be saving on taxes when I put a mortgage on that house because right now I'm just making 100% profit off of it. The second house I'm actually putting under my LLC instead of my name, and because I had already started my LLC, and I'm gonna do it like that so I can do taxes through the business instead of my own personal.
Yeah. So Andre is asking the question. He said, "Are you talking about a home equity loan? Is that different from a cash out refinance?"
Home equity
Yes.
loan, usually you putting that money right back into the house. Usually that's what they do. But cash out refi, I'm gonna be able to use that money for wherever, and that's why I'm gonna be able to go straight to the mobile home dealership and like, here's my money, give me my house. So,
So
Hey
wait,
Deb,
you
I have a
said,
question.
uh-huh.
Okay, I'm still flabbergasted on the whole process that you did by, I'm not gonna say undermining, but being very smart to go straight to the lawyer. Do you believe that if a person can do that, that's the best way to go, even though you'll still owe any taxes or anything that's on it? Do you think that overall you went the best route rather than
I think
waiting because you can be
overall,
outbid, right?
correct. I think overall I went the best route. The thing is, I knew the property wasn't that much, so I didn't know that I was finna inherit all these taxes. Oh, when I got my name and they actually put it into the county's system, oh, they came sending me letters. They found me all the way up here in Dallas, like send me my money. So I definitely had to get on a payment plan with them, but it's definitely worth it. I would, if you go do your homework on that property, if you go look at that property right now on the county's site and see what the appraised value is, you'll know what the taxes is each year just by looking at that. And then just take your best guess. You don't know how far behind they were on taxes. So I had to go all the way back to 2007, year 2007. So now I'm up to 2013 right now.
and you can't negotiate that at all. Unless
No.
you're no.
They want
I
their money, bro.
tried.
They
Trust
want their
me, I
money, bro.
tried. They're like, oh, she didn't came and fixed it up too? Yeah, no, they want their
Oh,
money.
Kenneth said, "Is it possible to move cash from a card to purchase?" I think that's what Ashley was just talking about, right?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Oh yeah, get that cash advance.
You're going to pay. Don't you pay a higher interest
Do it-
rate when you?
Yes, when you transfer or advancements, yeah, you'll pay additional.
But
Yeah.
but if you look at so I get all these in the mail all the time for my credit cards. They have these zero interest transfer rates. People don't
Yes.
really pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is that you can transfer these rates for 0%, or they'll charge you like a one-time fee of maybe $500. You can take that, write a check to yourself, to your account, and have that money on 0% interest.
Wow.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I just bought some land on a credit card past weekend.
Man, we gotta do some workshops for real, man. Like, there's a
Right,
lot
right.
of stuff that y'all sharing. Like, man, we could share these tips. Man, we gotta educate our people, man. Hey, here's a question from Andre. What does home equity line of credit mean?
Who want to hit on that?
That's just a line of credit that you have. That's the equity in your home that you have. So you can use that as a line of credit. Meaning, if you have, just say for instance, for numbers purposes, if you have 300,000 worth of, if your home is worth 300,000, you got it paid down to just say 150, and your home appraises for, just say 350. Where from your balance to what they appraise your home for, that's all your equity that you have. So you can take that, you can take that appraisal, go give it to whoever, lender, bank, whoever, and see whoever does a HELOC. You can take home equity line of credit. You can say, hey, I would like to get this much, and a lot of them do like 70 to 80% loan to value.
80%. Yeah.
You can take that and they'll give you that much. You don't have to use the whole thing, but you can take that much of that equity that you have in your home, and you can get that money for it. You can take that money, use it for whatever. Like when we had my man from Atlanta on here, Blackstone, he was giving you to play on those life policies. Like I tell you, you can take that money, you can get out of your line of credit. You can go put it in the life policy. You can go borrow up 95% of that collateral, and boom, now you got another. Now you got not only a life policy. Now you borrowed against it and use that as collateral. Now you got money to go out and buy you some investment property.
Yeah. So let me
Quick
ask you,
play.
And
with
the
that
good
being
thing
said,
about it
though,
is it's reusable
Yes.
reusable.
Yes.
versus a
Oh, okay.
loan.
Yeah.
You know, it's over and done with once you pay it back. But you know, the other is, you know, revolving. Once you pay that, I guess HELOC back or whatever, you know, it's continuously
You
revolving.
can do it
You can
again.
go
That's
do it
the good thing
again.
about that.
So
Yep.
what
Yep.
does the interest rate look
Keep
like on
flipping
a
it.
line of credit, a loan?
I know when I know I had some people to look, and I even looked into it on one of our properties. It was they're about 10%, somewhere between. You can find them like 9, but usually they buy 10% right now. That's
Yeah.
like the going rate right now. And if somebody know anybody that's doing it
Lord in
cheaper
that,
than
please
that,
let me know.
Right.
let me. Cause I ain't all the people like. Cause a lot of people, a lot of companies got away from lines of credit. They don't even a lot. If you look out there, a lot of them don't even do HELOCs. It's only certain companies and certain banks that still do them. And
Really?
and when they you got to have that equity in that home for them to even touch it.
And it does it vary by state on how much you can do? You talked about the loan of value. I know some states.
You know what, I'm not for sure about the other states outside of Texas. I just know what Texas is.
Yeah,
I'm not for
Texas is
sure about.
about 80.
Yeah, I'm not for
Yeah.
sure about everybody. What other states do.
Yeah. Hey, here's another question from Kenneth for you, Dad. Would you consider moving the house over to a land trust?
I don't know what that is.
Mm,
See, you know what that is? Let me
that's a
Google it real
major.
quick.
That's a major play. And I'm gonna tell you something. Kenna gonna be here next week because I'm gonna tell you something. Kenna is a wealth of knowledge. But that land trust is a major play because let me tell you, I haven't had one, but I've talked to some people that have them, and how they use them is that trust goes straight from your kid. It's like generational stuff, like with those
Mhm.
trusts, and that's why they put it in there. Number one, they protect it so the kids can't mess off the
Yeah.
property and the money and stuff like that. So if you put it in a
Great
trust,
part.
there's only certain things you can do with those trusts. So that's how they do to protect
Oh, okay. So yeah,
generational wealth.
I do. Well, actually, I put the house. I don't know about the land. My house here and that house there, I have it in a trust in my will, filed with Smith County as of right now for my daughter. So I make sure all of that stuff is in a will and trust for her. Also, the life insurance policy that I have out on myself is in a trust as well for her to get X amount of whatever until she's of age or whatever like that. But all of my stuff is in a trust for her to get at a certain time.
Okay. So this is a good question. Is the HELOC better than a loan?
I'd say that would depend on your position. You know what I'm saying? Because
And how much you need
True.
too.
Yeah.
because the rates are right around 10%. If you got damn good credit, your loan is gonna be way less than it. So it all depends on your situation. But if you're doing investment stuff, the investment loans are gonna be higher as well. So you kind of just it's all gonna depend on what your situation is.
So,
Ken is
but a lot of
smart.
people
This
don't have
dude
that
smart.
ability. A lot of people don't have that ability to go buy another house. So that HELOC may be their only option, right?
Well,
You
if
still have to.
you still got to have that equity. You see what I'm saying? Just because
Yeah.
it's there,
And a
and
credit score.
I was just
Yeah.
about to hit on.
Okay.
This is why I tell people about credit. Credit is like right now, man. If your credit is good right now, man, trust me, you can get anything you want, hands down,
Mhm.
damn near. Long as you ain't got nothing derogatory comments on your credit and stuff like that, man, people do not even recognize how powerful credit is.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man. It is
Yes, it's
that
better
blows
than
my mind.
money.
It's it's
It
it's damn near, man, because I'm telling you, you
Yes.
you can get, if your credit is good, like, man, it blew my mind when I started my business, and my credit was so good I could PG my own business.
Yeah.
That blew nobody had. I never heard that before. I started reading stuff and I read up on it, and then I was listening to this other dude and I read this book, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go try this and see, because I was thinking like, damn, my credit is 800. I got to this got to be worth something. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just started calling companies, talking to them. Hey man,
Yeah.
let me talk to the manager and stuff like that of your manager. And once I ran that to him and talked to him about what I was trying to do with my business and stuff, man. I mean, people said it couldn't done. My first credit card out the gate was for my business was 10,000. Another one was 18,000. Um, and those were just two business credit card. That was the business wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? No business. I mean, first just coming out the gate, I ain't even got no history.
Yeah.
I just looked at my credit score for my business. I had my business a year, right at a year. My payday score is 80 now. Unheard of, bro, to do that. You got to be hustling to do that. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. And
But you
everybody
know
know
what though?
credit knows that.
Yeah. The thing
Can I
is,
get on your line of credit?
You already are.
I think it's important too to explain when you're talking about credit. Like there is good credit and there's bad credit. We're not talking about the credit to go out and finance these, high purses and shoes and trips.
That's
It's doing
hey
credit
man.
to
Hey,
make
No.
money with.
to make sense of that, G, I always say it. My favorite saying, that's hustling backwards. I'm not saying you can't get them things. I'm saying be in a position so when you buy those things, it's not gonna put a dent in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like people say, look, hey, I like nice things. I'll be the first to say that, but I'm not gonna go out here and spend reckless like I used to spend when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And just go buy stuff just because I want it. No, because you got to look at the bigger picture. When you start investing in things, it has to make sense investment wise, long term.
Yeah. And then you go out and put $200 vape max on the credit card. By the time
Yep.
you pay them back, you can pay 3+.
Really, dude? Not the Nike Vape Max.
Man, the
Like,
vape
don't
max,
just buy, pay cash for that, people.
They go hard.
Just pay
But-
cash for
But
that.
it's happening though. People are
Oh, it's happening big
standing
time.
up credit, shopping for clothes and eating dinners and things of that nature. So nothing wrong with credit because there's the thing about where you can build points and all that. So and actually you could talk about this about if you do charge it, when you should pay it off so you're not having to pay those fees. All
Yeah,
that stuff.
I was gonna say I don't use cash for anything. I do use
Okay.
my card, but again, the difference is being responsible. A responsible person versus a irresponsible person. So basically, at the end of the day, okay, I like my points. I want to fly for free. I want my kids to fly for free. As long as I'm paying that card back, it doesn't really matter. But if we're speaking to the average person who hasn't renewed their mind, because this is a whole renewed mind,
Yes.
Different
journey.
mindset.
Yes. When you start getting approved for 20K, 25K, 24K, when none of your cars is less than 15K,
I got you.
you know what I'm saying? You have to have that mindset not to
Yeah.
F it off. Excuse me, y'all. Like,
No,
seriously,
no,
you
it
just
is
have to
what
have
it
that
is.
mindset. And so I will charge $1 on my credit card. I sure will. If my card rewards me for every little thing, you are rewarding me to spend my money that I was gonna spend anyway. I wanted those Altoids for church anyway. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna swipe. Yes, you're going to reward me, and my points add up. So then when we get ready to, take trips and stuff, guess what? It's free.
Yes, and see, I just started this year just using my credit card. I don't use my debit card. I pay my credit card maybe 3 times. My credit card bill like 3 times a month because sometimes, a couple of times I got a little bit too happy and I had to keep that balance below that 30%. But I go to the donut shop, $1.69 on my credit card. That's just because I'm no longer using my debit card. On my credit card, I'm no longer using my debit card anymore.
But it's a strategy. You have that discipline to make sure. Like I said, you got the discipline.
But make sure you got the money in that card on your debit in your bank account too to pay that bill too. Don't just run it up.
So if you're gonna pay cash for it, all my money goes into the bank to pay my card back. But I had the $50 to put in my truck anyway to gas it up. So I want y'all to reward me 3 times the points. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to fill it up with your card. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that $50 is in the bank, and I'm gonna pay it back. If I don't pay it back, then I'm at least going to pay it back, before the end of the month, is out.
Yeah.
And
this
I
might
do
seem like
recommend.
a silly question, but talk about some of the things you saying the points. What are some of the things for people that young people that just get started in credit?
It's
Like
endless. You can even get a new bag. You can even get you a bag with your points.
That's true.
You can go on Amazon. I went on Amazon and Diamond, my daughter's getting baptized this Sunday. I went on Amazon to buy her a dress for this Sunday. I had points on my credit card that's tied to my Amazon. I didn't even pay for that. I didn't pay for the dress. They used my points and I got the dress basically for free.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so I like this coming right here from Angela. So American Express, that's some of the ones that you have to pay back monthly anyway. So I think it helps that mindset to where, you know what, I'm not building up all these crazy fees if I'm having to pay it back. Anyway,
if it's a charge account, yes.
If it's a charge account, okay. So do you prefer like Amex over some of the other credit card issuers out there?
They have
depends
good
on
rewards.
Yeah, it depends on the credit card because you got some Amexes that you don't have to pay in full every month.
Okay, that's one I got. So I've been
and depends on if you like to travel. It behooves you to go get a American Airlines credit card.
Yeah,
you get points and stuff like that, and you can use it anywhere. The kind of credit cards you don't want to go get is like department stores or a gas credit card. You can only use those at that store and or at the gas pump. You want to be able to pay your bills with these cards too. You got to pay your light bill, like you said. You might as well get cash back for it. Everything is on my credit card now. I pay my light. Only thing I can't pay is my mortgage right now. And I'm gonna figure out a way. Though.
I do that. I know how to do that.
How you do it?
Okay.
Hey, just write the check out to them. Boom, done.
Because
what I mentioned. Yep. Even if you don't, let me tell you something. All you gotta do is call your credit card and call your company and say, hey, I'm getting ready to make a purchase. Send me some 0% interest checks. They'll send them right out to you because they want you to use it.
You lie. You've been holding out on me. Okay.
And I've been working this credit thing, man. I don't figure some things out on how this stuff. All you gotta do is it's just like even with and that play that Kendall said a while ago about Divvy. I read up on that, Kendall, but I just ain't used it yet. The one about the it was another comment about the what was it? The Divvy card? Yeah, Divvy. That one. Another lady hit me on that Divvy for your business, how you can use it to pay like mortgages and stuff like that with it. And they charge you a little small fee, but it's not it's not nothing major though.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Superman. Hey, so you said ask for the 0% checks. Yep. So is that like a cash advance?
It's not. You're just gonna tell them, hey, I'm getting ready to make a purchase. Can you send me some checks for my credit card? And they'll send them to you.
And you pay it back with the same interest rate as any other, or
it's gonna be a 0%.
0%.
Man, this is what I'm telling you about credit, man. When these folks looking at your credit is just the resume of your life. Yeah. Yep, plastic is another one. I ain't used it yet, but I read up on that one too. If you go to plastic, they'll let you do the same thing as Divvy. Yeah. I read up on that one too. But man, I'm telling you, man, credit is just a resume of your life. They saying, hey, are you good with paying your bills? Are you missing payments? Are you financially sound? That's all they want to know. Yeah. If you pass all the check boxes there, boom, they give you can do anything you want, man.
Cool.
Well, I done learned me something today. I'll let y'all know how they go in August because my mortgage payments automatically are drawn from my bank account. So I'm gonna put the stop to that, and I'm gonna try this whole the checks thing, and I'm gonna let y'all know how they work.
We're gonna have it on our next when we do the workshop. You're gonna be ready to talk on that,
right? Yeah. Clearly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash back though on this March, that large amount of money. That's more.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of more cash back money.
Rewards. You know what I do with the rewards? I don't even touch them. So I look at them at the end of the year, like December around Christmas, because you buying gifts and stuff, right? By that time, you go from January to December, the reward cards are built up there to $1,000.
Oh, it should be more than that.
Well, I'm just saying, if that or more,
You
whatever,
know how
you
much
can
it is,
take
yeah.
that. Yeah, you can take that rewards money and use it to buy gifts.
Hey,
Bam.
we got a question from Angela. Where can we forward additional questions, especially about buying multiple trailer properties? So yeah,
Debbie
we're gonna
J.
actually put everybody information up here at the end of the show here in a minute, Angela. So and y'all will meet Angela here soon. We got some things working with her, but yeah, we'll put everybody's contact information so you can reach out to Deb and talk to her about the investment part of, buying.
Yeah, because I'm on the lower scale of things. I'm gonna buy the cheap house and put the money into it, just because it's just me. It works for me, and it's something that I have workers that can do stuff on that smaller scale for me.
And I just think it's a smart thing to do. We're gonna always need medical. We're gonna always need housing.
Yep.
And of course, food and water. So you start investing in those things and services that people are gonna always need, especially housing.
Mhm.
In a win-win. So
Well, that's how you get into the investment game.
yeah,
You start small.
what's
$1,
A dollar.
$1 pendant.
No, those points.
those
You gotta
points?
get those
Oh,
points.
I can't
three
see them.
3,210.
No, 80,000.
Oh yeah,
83,000.
82. Yeah, I
Oh,
can see 80
oh,
something.
okay.
Yeah. See, man, that credit is major, man. You get them points,
Really,
you can
man.
build up.
Yeah, man, you just need a
And the other
strategy,
one,
man. and-
22,000.
wow.
See,
Yeah,
I ain't
you
even
just need a
touching them.
strategy because man,
That's
it's
not
just a
even
lot
that
that I can tell you I
expensive.
didn't know 5, 10 years ago. So when I got in, for my civilian job, start learning credit a little bit more, and it's
Yeah.
just unfortunate, but a lot of our people just don't know. They're not
Don't
armed
know.
with the information, these strategies, so we end up in tons of debt.
Yep.
Paying 20% interest rates on just a few $100, and it's crazy that we just wasting money like that. But that's what we're here for, right?
You Yeah, and you know what, man? I'm trying to find out why I brought that statistic up where we are uh the consumers, like how much we spend in, as being consumers, man, and it's just so crazy.
Yeah,
Like I'm saying,
I can
if
tell
we
you.
cut that in half,
Yeah.
do you know what that could do?
Yeah, well, Josh talked about that on one of the workshops he gave a couple months ago, and he said it's like $2.9 trillion just in the Black community
Yeah,
alone, and that's
yeah,
just credit. But by the time you throw in credit and all that stuff right there, it's up to over six trillion dollars. So it just
man,
that's the buying power that we have because we spend, we like to
way,
spend
We
way
do.
too
in our
much,
life, but the
way too
thing is
much.
being smart about it, man. And man,
Yes,
it's just a mindset, and again,
it
just
is.
people not educated with it. So we're gonna do our part to help educate our community, right?
That's why we. That's
That's
why
what,
we
that's what
on
it
now.
is.
That's what
Yeah.
this is for. That's what this
Okay.
is for.
Yeah, Kenny just confirmed it's $2.9 trillion that the Black community spend.
That's
That's a lot
crazy.
of money, man. That is a lot of money. We have a lot of influence, and that's why we're targeted so hard, So, man, we just got to do
Mm.
better, man.
Man, that's amazing. Well, man,
Yeah.
I think we provided some real good info tonight, man. And of course, if anybody have anything they want to reach out to any one of us about, Flex, if you can kind of put up the contact information and show everybody, you can start with Miss Debbie J, her
Hey,
real estate, and also, oh, go ahead, Flex.
just real quick, man, because definitely want to. I like this comment that Kendall put. Has anyone been keeping up with the 19 families in Georgia that bought the 19 acres last year?
I seen that
99.
article. Yeah,
99 acres. I'm sorry. Don't be
I
crazy.
seen it, but I didn't. I read a little bit on it, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how. Yeah, because Mike is they behind a lot of that Greenwood banking stuff.
Yeah, the thing is with that deal out in Georgia, there's a lot of people coming together. They bought the land. I want to say if it was last year, maybe even 2 years ago, and
Hmm.
I think I was just talking to another guy about it, and it's a great concept, but something to consider. And it's not a good or a bad thing. Just educating yourself fully on it is the location. A lot of the money is spent in the city, not
Right.
rural out there where they
True.
bought this land. And it's maybe they just want it to be like a vacation spot, which hey, I
Yeah.
think it works for that. But if they're looking to move and live, you got to really consider like what kind of money is funneling through because a lot of the money is spent up in the big city. So just something to think about.
But like you said, we can build our own Black Wall Street. Yeah, we can push our stuff on out. We can be away from them because if they continue to keep buying, we can build our own homes and our own Black-owned banks and grocery stores and stuff like that. That's a start. I don't care if it's in the middle of the boondocks. Clear that mess out and start building. We will come. It will come. And if you continue to buy and the other people start getting on it, hey, listen, 2.9 trillion. We got the money to go out there and do what we need to do to have our own.
Yeah.
But you have to have the mindset.
You have to have the mindset.
We can't neglect that issue there because I'm telling you, everybody is not for the cause. I'm just let's just be straight up and let's make sure we clear on, you know, just because it's that number is large, it's a mindset.
Yeah.
And if we can't get everybody in that mindset to come together to, you know, make this thing happen, it's already hard, but it makes it that much more harder. You know, not saying, you know, it can happen, but we got to get people in that mindset.
And big thing to their point, it can happen.
Oh yeah,
but
most
what
definitely.
happens is we got to understand that a lot of this ain't gonna happen in our generation and not
That's
even
right.
our kids' generation.
It's to come.
It didn't take 10, 20, 30, 50, even 100 years to get where we are. That's
right.
Double for every 100 years that it took to get where we are. It's going to be 200 to 300 years to correct that.
Yep.
You're talking about generational mindset. So
these we closing out early. I still want to talk. Okay. I know we got something else on the agenda, Superman. No, it's your girl Debbie J. I do represent the Johnson Realty. I'm located in Longview. I work the whole DFW area, and I work all of East Texas. My phone number is at the bottom. I am your home girl. You can reach me also on all social medias with the same name, Deborah Jones, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Pinterest as well. I updated my Pinterest today. But yes, you can reach me out to buy, sell, rent, and for investments, properties as well. And I have taken some classes for commercial. So commercial, I'm coming for you. I'm trying to make sure I'm fluent in it before I start in it, but I do want to dibble dabble in a little bit of commercial. So I have taken a couple of classes for that as well. So hit your girl up.
Okay. Miss
Really?
Hey, I'm your credit goddess. And if you want better credit, or if you just want to maintain your credit, or you just have questions, how to build your credit, you need funding, you got some ideas you want to run past me, see what you can do, how your credit can help, that's how you contact me right there. Info at flawlessscores.com, and we go on from there.
Hey, can you talk about actually some things that you can get people lines of credit for? Not just house. Right? Hey, you know it's coming.
Really?
Unc said no.
Hey, you can though, because that is a niche she has going. So do mention that because but I mean, people are it's very common nowadays that people are doing, you know, they're working on their bodies. You know what I'm saying? They're fixing their bodies. So what Ashley I'm gonna let you talk to.
Okay, so like if Flex want to really flex, and we want to include some actual, biceps and such in there, he can give
some actual biceps.
He can hit us up, you know what I'm saying? We can make sure his credit is up to par and see, which doctor he would like to go to that, and see what type of funding they accept, what type of financing they accept, because every doctor accepts something different. Now, everybody will do credit. Care credit for the most part, but then but then there are other ones that you can also get approved for as well, some that are not as hard to get approved for. It's not that hard to get approved for it, but there are certain criteria that you definitely have to have. So yes, surgery is definitely one. I'm about to do some big things in the coming month, some more things. But you know, using your credit and then paying that back, and then it's always there when you
Yeah.
want to go again
Yep.
Okay.
or
Automobiles,
again.
home equity loans, you do all that, right?
All of
Yeah.
that. And you know, see what we can get you approved for. But what I definitely do is I do a check over your credit, assessment over your credit first, before we just go applying for stuff. I don't do that. I want to make sure your credit is up to par. It's pointless. I actually connected today. I'm so excited, with the guy from Barclays, a credit analyst who actually approves and denies the
Wow.
credit cards at Barclays. It was so organic and exciting. And he came to our company for credit repair and inquiry removal. And it turned out I'm like, hey, here go your consultation feedback. I need info from you. So you know, let's just. And he gave me so much, so much. But we won't hold you too long. I'll talk about that, you know, at a later time. So definitely, you guys keep tuning back in because the credit guys got some things to give you. Okay.
Man,
Cool.
man, man.
Right
And before we jump
on.
to you, T. Will, Angela, she's kind of gave some clarity on that deal in Georgia. Said it's called Freedom Georgia Initiative. And it's
Initiative.
strongly focused on sustainability as well. So that's a good deal. Good
Man,
deal.
that's going. I'm curious to see how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, yeah. So let me get T. Will, Superman.
Well, man, y'all know Superman, the real estate. I'm in a lot of things, man. I do credit as well, credit restoration. I do trade lines, and I don't have too many of those clients, but when they do, you know, I kind of help them on that end. I do all my consultations. I sit down, I tell them, you know, my first spiel is, first of all, where you looking at your credit from? Because when people tell me Credit Karma, then I know we have a problem. That is not one of the places you should be looking for your credit. If you're not looking at one of the bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, then you're behind the curve. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first spiel to them, and then I also tell them, "Hey, I'm not in your business, but I got to get in your business because I know what the lenders are looking for, right? So if I can look through your credit, calm your credit, understand what your DTI is before we go to that lender, now I'm that lender is gonna be that much more happy with me because I sent them already a squared up client that they can just service right off the bat. I also do commercial real estate and residential. Done some lot of commercial leases. I'm working on a deal right now, multifamily. So we kind of going through the due diligence period of that, working on that now, trying to get that done. But I'm also in the DFW area all the way over to East Texas and Tyler as well. And I just, man, I'm here to service people, man, to help them, man. But you know, I tell people first thing first is you got to be serious and committed and disciplined about your own finances. Can't nobody do that for you. Whatever that looks like for you, you just got to make sure that you're on top of your own stuff. You got to take care of your own business, man. I mean, that's where we look, and it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you can save and put back and be ready for when you get ready to go out here and do some investment because you got to have some type of funding to invest. You know what I'm saying? Like people say, oh, but if you got that credit play and you got just a little bit of money, man, that credit play will work for you 100%.
Yes. Good deal.
But you got to have it.
Yeah.
So that's my little spiel on that, man. And you know, if y'all want to talk credit, want to talk about buying any type of properties, investment properties, y'all give me a call. All my information is below. And you know, just like how Darius starting out, that's how we started, man. You don't why get yourself in and try to start somewhere big where it's not where you have a lot of room for failure. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like nothing is guaranteed. So I applaud Debbie for starting out like that because we did. Me and my wife started out like that. You have to start small and to build
Build some
big.
familiarity and
Yeah,
build some confidence
Yeah.
yeah.
and learn the game a little bit too.
And she doing this stuff herself, bro. Like that's major to me. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's what makes it so scary. I'm a single mom. I have one daughter, and it's just it can be very scary. But then you also have to have the faith and step out there and know what your end goal is.
Yeah.
So it was one thing talking about it, but finally just getting out there doing it was a whole nother thing. So push yourself, y'all. Don't if you're gonna make mistakes. So don't be scared to make the mistakes. You're gonna make it, and so you learn from it and you keep it moving.
But what we're going to do and what we're about here at the Floor is Yours podcast is sharing our experience
Yes.
so that, we can help people. So whether it's the other shows where we're talking about relationships, whether it's the E&M right here where we're talking about credit and the state of the housing market, or if it's our upcoming show, Greenwood the podcast.
Greenwood.
There we go.
Man, we bringing y'all a lot of content, a lot of information. We want to make sure that we're hearing from you and we're understanding what you're needing so that we're giving you what you want to hear and not what we think y'all want to hear. So, man, always stay connected. Always reach out to us. Man, we're here for you. We love what we do and we love sharing this information. So, man, thank everybody for tuning in. And T-Will, you want to plug in by Greenwood something before we?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I surely do. We got a show coming up, Greenwood, man. It's very deep. My man Flex, man. Hey, man, this dude, he humble, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, he's too humble, right? So he don't really want to, and I get it because when people, when you brilliant like that, you really don't want to flex what you got going on. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to flex on him because, man, the dude, when I talk to him, it's always something that sparked my interest. But with this show, Greenwood, man, it's just coming back showing you the history of Black Wall Street and stuff like that. And it's kind of just showing how this thing was a togetherness type of deal beforehand. And man, it could. We got this. We have this today. We just have to get on the train, man, and get in tune to what's going on. But Flex got a video, man. I want y'all to. This is just like what's gonna be coming on for Greenwood, and he's got a video he want to show. So Flex, I want you to just kind of give them a little bit of insight before we kick that off next month.
Yeah. So, man, like you said, man, Greenwood. If you, man, follow what happened in Black Wall Street up in Tulsa, that's what the Greenwood community is coming from. But what it stands for is what happened. It was Black excellence, man. We were our people were handling business there, and the history. They got burned down, and what we're trying to do is rebuild or bring back that memory, that those principles, those values that community was built on. And Greenwood, we want to talk about anything from politics to social issues to relationships to community to leadership, you name it. We're about to hit it, and we're going to hit it not from a point of complaining, but a point of solutions. What do we have to do as a community to hold each other accountable, to hold our elected officials accountable, community leaders, things of that nature right there. So, man, it's going to be a powerful show. I got some great new talent that's coming, to the show. So, Angela Allen, Roger Jackson, thank y'all for joining the team. And everybody just look forward. The first show will be July the 11th at 7 p.m. That's a Sunday. It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm going to run this video just so y'all can see a little bit about what we're going to be doing and just get a little visual with it. Then we'll come back and close the show out.
All right.
Put this.
Give them a sneak preview, Flex.
Y'all almost made me want to start freestyling.
Man, that video got me.
Greenwood is the place to be. Get your whole family together with money. Hey.
And I really got chill bumps. I got goosebumps, bro. Like for real,
dope.
man.
Shout out to Angela for
Yeah,
helping us out.
man. Yeah, man. Y'all, hey,
I
man.
don't talk too much about it right now. Y'all meet her later, but man, she is dope. She is absolutely what we needed to, to bring that element in, man. So I appreciate her for taking that on.
Cool beans.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. And she the plug.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I'm gonna put it on out there. She the plug, and you know it, bro. I know you don't. Hey, she the plug, man. So
yeah, hey, Kendall, man, we appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we'll make sure we get this to you, man. We appreciate everything you can do to help push the word, man. Because again, we're about to do some great things, and the one thing we want to do is get the word out there. So
yes,
we'll
sir.
So.
Well, man, we thank y'all all for joining us. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe to. We got the Floor is Yours podcast over on the YouTube side as well. So we looking to get as many subscribers up as there on that side as well. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the channel over there on
Not
YouTube.
later, right now.
Right now, go do it right now.
Now,
Go subscribe
ring that bell.
Right
Everybody
now.
that got a Gmail account, go to YouTube, look up the Floor is Yours podcast, subscribe to us. And we're giving out nice, cash prizes and merchandise and everything. So
you know what? I've been saying this, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it next week, y'all.
next week, okay.
This right here. This is what I want y'all to have. I want somebody to have this next week. So when y'all join us next week, Understanding Your Potential by Dr. Miles Monroe. Man, hey Flex, tell me about it. Just give me, if you can sum it up, just give me a little bit.
Dope. It is dope. And the thing is, the guy is so humble. Man, anytime I run across people like him, well, not personally, but people that just have a passion for educating people. Like there's a lot of people that's out there putting out information, but you can see his passion and desire and will to educate folks. And man, to dedicate himself, in that manner, man, and to give real quality information, not ear tickling or ear itching stuff, but it's real quality information that he gave us. So, man, that book is a wonderful book. So, may be here next week, and hopefully, you win that book. So, Kenneth is co-signing. He's saying that book is fire. It is. I'm about halfway through it, and I really learned a lot and enjoyed it. So, look like we lost the boy T. Will. Deb, you want to close us out, and we'll.
Well, like he said, we need y'all to like and subscribe to the Floor is Yours podcast. Go over to our YouTube page if you're not on our social media page. Also, if you are on Facebook, go to the Floor is Yours podcast and hit that like button. We want to get our YouTube up because the more people we get in, the more opportunities and things that we can use to expand. So we need to get those numbers up. So y'all help us out. Go hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and we'll see y'all next week.
T. Will back. What you got, T, before we go?
Hey man, I see that, man. See how that's that boy. I'm telling you, the negative always try to get. Don't even know though. He don't even know. He don't even know. Hey, he can't kill this over here. But man, I'm telling you, man, I didn't even hear what was said, but I'm telling you, man, that book, y'all, if it don't change how you look at things and it don't change your life, man, I'm telling you, we just using 10% of our potential. 90% is lying dormant. So if we can come together, man, I'm telling you, man, we can do a lot of powerful things together.
Damage.
Man. But separated, man, it's almost deferred, but we're gonna get it.
Ash, you got anything before we go?
No. Not at all. Hey, I just need y'all to keep coming back. Keep coming back, and yes, look at your credit. Go look at your credit. See if you qualify. If all the stuff we've been talking about, you got derogatory things like that, hit us up. And and if you don't remember our information, like, subscribe, rewatch the information again, okay? It's
Actually,
Right
I
on.
gotta hit you up. I need some things done.
okay. I finally got the
Uh-oh.
courage this time.
Uh-oh.
You know what?
G, there you go, G. G.
Hey,
You
man.
know, they said stomach on
Hey.
flat, butt on what's that? What?
Hey.
I don't flaunt it or anything like that. I stay in the house all day.
You just did it. You just did it.
But hey, you the credit guys. If you need
Okay,
that
well,
body,
she do know. Okay,
if
she
you need
knows.
that body,
Hey, but hey, niece, you look good though. I'm gonna tell you that straight up.
Thank you.
You look good. So you look good. Straight up.
all right,
So,
people, we enjoy.
I'm gonna need that credit card. I don't have
I got you.
like that.
That's
Your
wrong,
stomach on.
girl.
Hey, you better make sure you go to the right folks, because there's some folks out there getting done.
oh
She ain't
yeah.
going to the DR. I ain't gonna let her go to the DR.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
In your butt. All right, appreciate y'all. Next time.
Yes, sir.
Bye, y'all.
Yes, ladies and
The floor is yours. Baby, the floor is yours. Yeah, baby, I mean the floor is yours. If it come down to the floor is yours. Let me show you how I prove the floor is yours. 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 The floor, yeah, the floor is yours.
Bye, y'all.